Okay, Brittany, how's it going? So we're going to do a newsletter. So here's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do is go to Evernote. This is where we keep all of our stuff. I'm going to go to notebooks and R2 projects complete. You should have access to this. I sent you an invitation. Got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm going to just go down to the most recent newsletter. Okay, and open up the PSD file. It's launching this. I don't know if you've worked with artboards before, but I've got this set up with artboards, which is going to make life a lot easier um, on you with things where there's multiple versions of it like this. Okay, so what we've got is I've got four artboards, a front and a back, obviously, and then a two up of both of them. This is a weird one. Typically, when you open it, you'll see that's double there, that's double there. So anyway, there you go. So what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to resave this. Okay, never seen that before. Don't worry about that. Just to my desktop and rename it for the upcoming week, which in this case will be 10/6 maybe. All right, and save it there. You may have two different versions of this for Lexington and Jamestown, but this week we don't. So it's the same everywhere. So I'm just going to save it there. Easy peasy. All right, and then I'm going to just focus on the front right now. Okay, super easy. Zoom in on it, all that kind of good stuff. All right, the font that we use for pretty much everything is Gotham. I will send that to you as well, so you'll have that. I'm going to go to planningcenter.com. I'll also send you the link to this, and you will use my sign in for it. It looks like this. This is what we use to plan out all of our services and things like that. October 7th, not 6th. Did bad math there. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to scroll down to the message. Okay, so as you'll see the songs that we've got listed in and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to scroll down to the message. These are Pastor Jason's points for the weekend. And I'm going to, it won't let me copy and paste here. Okay, so I've got to edit that for it to pop open. And then I'm just going to select all and copy it and come back here. Okay. And I'm just going to, let me do that. Text. I'm not going to worry about the title right yet. I'm going to paste the whole thing in there. Okay. Jumping around just a little bit. This is actually the first week of our All About That Grace series. So I need to change the artwork here for that. Go back into Evernote and look for that treatment. So here it is. These are the different slides and everything that we're going to be using. I'm looking for the title slide. Okay. So I'm just going to save that to the desktop. The reason we're going into Evernote is that's just an easy way for us to save all of our files to the same place so that they're all accessible from everything. And I'm just going to grab it from my desktop, drop it in here. You know how to do all this stuff, right? I am, however, over here going to make sure that I drop it behind the rectangle file. Sorry, say drop it in right behind the rectangle file. That's going to keep my borders nice and clear, but it's not doing it right now. All right, Never mind. That's how you can tell we're doing it live and in living color. Oh, that's that rectangle file. Never mind. Ignore all that. I'm just going to sync it in to the handy dandy guides here. Go board tool. Pop it in right there. So then we're good to go there. All right. Then what I'm going to do is just clean this up a little bit. So it's last week's title. This one is Grow in Grace. It is. This is where you get to make fun of my terrible typing skills too. October 7th. All right. And now I'm just going to start cutting this stuff up. All right. So going to play this by ear a little bit. Spacing is a little goofy sometimes. All right, so these are this 15 and 17 are, since they're so close, I'm going to chop them out and make them into one thing. All right, so I'm just going to go like this. Zoom in on here a little bit better so that you can see what I'm doing. All right. And make that 15, 17 because we skipped 16. I'm going to bring this up on the same row. We always abbreviate the message version just MSG because we love Chinese food. All right, you see that I'm taking out all the numbers. So even if it was multiple ones in together, I'm just taking those out. Here's another one that's 19 and 20 together. We'll do 19 through 20 because those are two consecutive ones. All right, and now it's becoming really obvious that I'm not going to have room for all this stuff, so go ahead and shrink them down. 14 points anyway. I'll go down to as low as about 10 for these. And I'll do it on 11 spacing. So I'm assuming that you're good with all this stuff as far as like what I'm doing in text boxes and stuff like that. If you got any questions on it though, just let me know. All right. I could do collect Command A and select all this at once, but I don't want to mess up that formatting. Although actually, you know what? I'm just going to be lazy about it. Go, sorry, 10 point, 11 spacing. All right. Same thing here. I'm going to go 24, 25. G. All right. This is a message point here. Okay. I'm going to take out the instructions that he gives me because he's given me instructions here for the slides in the message. Ignore that. This is going to be in all caps. I'm just going to bold it as well. I'm going to go to Gotham from Gotham Book. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to have room for all this stuff. So in those cases, I try to just take out a big chunk and hope it's not important. He'll let me know later if it is. So I'm just going to get rid of that. It's a little bit of a feel thing. There's no right or wrong. Next point. Oh, no, I left that medium. Sounds good. Scroll this down just a little bit just so I can see how much we got to go. We got a lot of ways to go. All right, so I'm going to cut out a lot of this stuff. It'll still be in the app, so we're not too concerned about that. All right, we've got another point here. Didn't make that caps for us, but that's okay. We'll do it for him. Boom. And then we'll just do all this. We'll leave his numbers, his bullet numbers here. Go Gotham. I like that, how that's all caps and then that's not. So there we go. We are good on the front of the newsletter. Super simple, right? No big deal. Everything is good. We'll do this. This is what went wrong with. That's what I was trying to do earlier. Bring it all the way to the top. There you go. It doesn't look like much, but that will save us some stuff in the future. All right. Save it there. Now we're on to the back. All right. We're going to go to the check email. I'm going to get an email moving forward. From Karen Willett. You know Karen. She is in charge of our communications. Here we go. Open this up, make sure that we are announcing the right thing. We're always going to look for the one big thing, and that's what we're going to be announcing. Child dedication for this week. I don't think that's right. I think we're past the thing on it. I'm pretty sure it's Halloween outreaches. That's what it really needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and make that judgment call. If you've got any questions about that, or if you just want to just check with me each week, that's fine. Just let me know. I'm going to scroll back in here and look for Halloween outreaches. Same deal. I'm going to save as to the desktop. And just like around front, I'm going to drag it and just drop it into, okay, so here's what happened. I didn't have this artboard active, so it dropped it. I'm just going to hit don't place. If it doesn't appear, that means you don't have that artboard active. Just click on that name right there. You'll see the little stuff come up. Sorry if this is all tedium. I'm trying to keep it all fairly simple. All right, I'm down here on the back. Accept it. Back, I'm gonna drop it behind the frame. You see how that drops, that just off. So I'm making sure that I'm not going over the sides. That's what I was trying to do earlier, and I messed up. All right, I'm gonna move this up. And this text will be in the email, but since this is a different thing, I'm just gonna write it. We need your help to reach our communities and show them God's love on Halloween night. We are setting up in Jamestown and Lexington to give away tons of candy and joy to the kids around our campuses. If you want to help out, go to the events page at r2live.tv/events and click on the link to sign up and help. Boom. Perfect. Everything looks great. I'm going to save it. All right. So now I've got my front and my back saved. Okay. I just need to drop them into the 2-ups to get them ready for print. Okay. The easiest way to do that is to go ahead and export your, I'm going to go ahead and save, and then I'm going to export the artboards to files. Okay. And what that's going to do, it's going to ask me how I want to do it, all that kind of good stuff, just regular stuff, the desktop and my name. It's going to kick out each one of these as a separate file. Okay, all well and good. Now, you'll notice what I just did, exported the old ones out, and that's fine because what I'm going to do, well, actually, let me show you. So here we've got, if we look at it here, we've got, let me get there, these files. So we've got the old 2-up, we've got the back, got another old 2-up, and we've got the new front. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to go to the front and I'm just going to delete these. Okay, go back, I'm going to delete these. Make sure I've got the active one in, and then I'm just going to bring this whole thing in. I'm doing it this way because this maintains all the same spacing and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to worry about all these little individual elements coming down here and getting out of whack, right? So I'm going to just drop it. I'm going to use the line tool to slam it to the left. I'm going to hold down Alt and drag to the right. That'll make me a copy. Slam it to the right. Do the same thing with the back. Drop it in. Slam it to the left. Alt drag. Slam it to the right. Boom. Now I'm really done. So now I can file, export my artboards again. Okay. And now if I go back to my desktop, I've got a PSD file that will that has it all in there. It's good for next week, or if I need to copy anything. I've got a 2-up of the back, a single, a 2-up of the front, and then the single. And what you're going to do is just email me all 5 of those files. They're real small. They should do that, and they should email, no problem. That's it. I hope that was relatively clear. If you've got any questions or anything you need else from me, let me know. I'm getting ready to shoot you an email that has all the passwords, links, and fonts and things like that that you need. You rock. Talk to you later.